Alright everyone, and welcome to the Highland Collector YouTube channel. Now the past 2 weeks have given us quite a lot of new Black Series reveals, with the first week of Gift for Galaxy giving us a closer look at the highly anticipated solo release of Starkiller in addition to a brand new A-list line, which does have some questionable first figures including yet another Mandalorian, and also a re-release of this old New Hope Vader, which we're also getting in the Archive Wave 2, so yeah, that was a little disappointing, but we did also get to see Grief Karga's droid. But then a few days later we saw a couple reveals at Hasbro's 1027 live stream, including yet another Paz Vizsla. As similar to Mando, we haven't seen enough of him already, with the only changes to this new one being a slightly updated deco on his jetpack, and also the packaging as well. However, there was definitely a few saving graces, such as this incredible 2-pack of Mace Windu and his purple 187th Clone Trooper, which is set to kick off a new Clone Trooper subline. That's very exciting. And the next day at MCN London Comic Con, we also saw the long-awaited Episode 1 Padme and Little Annie finally shown off, which are both incredible looking figures, with my only complaint being Anakin doesn't come with his pod racing helmet. So yeah, it's been a fairly busy time for Black Series collectors, with some big hits but arguably even more misses. Yet there are still quite a few pipeline figures that are yet to be fully revealed that we can look forward to, which is why in today's video I'm going to go over all the current pipeline figures for the Black Series that we can expect to see going into 2024, starting with the most recent first, as we did get a small look at some upcoming exclusive figures at MCM London Comic Con. So firstly, we're confirmed to be getting a brand new Palpatine based on Revenge of the Sith, which will be a fan channel exclusive, so basically the figure will be exclusive to Hasbro Pulse and other retailers such as Entertainment Earth, Big Bad Toy Store and maybe Amazon too. Now this new Palpatine will come with his Black Rose from Episode 3, which I'm expecting will come in the form of soft goods, similar to the Palpatines we've seen before. But given recent releases, I'm saying there's going to be about a 50-50 chance. And in addition to this, it would also be cool to see some lightning effects and maybe some extra hands and heads. Although this isn't said to be a deluxe figure, so I'm guessing his robes and the iconic golden lightsaber could be it for accessories. Now, as cool as the Revenge of the Sith Palpatine is, I find it fairly disappointing because I think we all would have preferred either the red robes or even Chancellor Palpatine instead. Yet at the same time, I'm just happy they're finally making more Revenge of the Sith figures, and hopefully this Palpatine is just a taster of what's to come leading into the anniversary year. Also, it's pretty exciting that Revenge of the Sith will finally get a mural in the Galaxy packaging, which is cool unless it's yet another blue or red themed box. Now, pipelined along with Palpatine is actually a 2-pack of a standard Phase 2 Clone Trooper and also a regular B1 Battledroid, which will be part of the new Clone Legion line we saw starting with the 187th set. Now I'm expecting these will just be 2 straight repacks of that new clone and also the Battledroid, and I think this is a great idea because it allows us to easily army build both a generic Republic and Separatist army at the same time. And that's great until you realise that this is set to be a Hasbro Pulse exclusive, and therefore its exclusivity may make it a little more difficult for people to buy multiple of these, especially in certain parts of the world. So yeah, definitely a little annoying in that regard, but it should still make for an epic 2-pack that's a must buy for any Clone Wars fan. Now finally, to conclude the most recent pipeline reveals, we're also getting an Heir to the Empire 4-pack which will include Mara Jade, Luke Skywalker and Luke Skywalker's evil clone. Now I'm assuming the Mara Jade and these 2 Lukes will just be slightly updated variants of the versions we've gotten before, but in addition to these 3 figures we're also getting one completely new character who hasn't been in the Black Series before, and that's going to be Joruus C'baoth. I think I pronounced that correctly, because I'm personally not too familiar with the expanded universe and the Thrawn trilogy of books. However, this announcement has seemed to have gotten a ton of hype, and so I'm quite eager to see how this will turn out. Not just for the figures, but I'm guessing it will also come in some really cool specialised packaging as well, similar to the other releases we've seen in the novel/comic line. And even though this may not be my cup of tea, all in all, I'm glad to see Hasbro doing more deep cut figures, and although this multi-pack will definitely be really expensive, I'm sure it will be exciting for any expanded universe fan. Yet it is exclusive to Shop Disney and Hasbro Pulse, so again it could be fairly hard to get in some places as well. But on the topic of 4-packs, we're also expecting to see a droid multi-pack based on the Mandalorian, and it will be exclusive to Target and Fan Channel, in which we'll be getting Pelimoto's droids, that being R5-D4, as well as her 3 pit droids too. Now we have seen all of these droids before, with R5 releasing in the main line very soon, and honestly seeing him again here so soon will make that solo release feel kind of redundant, as why would you buy him on his own when you could spend a little more and get 3 pit droids too? Which I am glad we're finally seeing again, as one did show up in that Disney Parks droid set. However, this should now act as an easy way to get multiple, so we can more affordably build a pit crew. Alas, I just wish that new Anakin actually came with his pod racing gear, but that timing would have been too genius for Hasbro. So hopefully they are saving those accessories for something special in the future. So we actually have one final upcoming multi-pack to talk about, and it is indeed the Amazon exclusive Jedi Fallen Order 3-pack, which will include a new Inquisitor Cal Kestis, which will be a unique variant of the character we haven't seen before, in addition to another Purge Trooper, which will be a repack of the existing one from the Gaming Greats line, but with a brand new accessory in the form of an electro hammer. And finally, there's also going to be a new Second Sister 2. That is definitely the figure I'm most looking forward to out of the three, as that original one is quite expensive on the second-hand market. However, I do wish Hasbro are going to take their time and actually upgrade her, and add some soft goods as well as a much needed head sculpt, because if they don't do this, it will be a massive missed opportunity that will ruin this free pack for everyone. So I've got my fingers crossed that Hasbro aren't lazy when it comes to this one, because it has the potential to be a really solid free pack. Next I'm going to talk about a new deluxe figure that's coming soon, and it is in fact Momana Don, or more commonly known as Hammerhead, who will most likely be the 7th figure in the New Hope lineup. Now, we did see our first Euphorium Black Series figure release earlier this year with the Disney Parks exclusive Doc Ondar, and I assume this new Hammerhead will reuse all of those amazing new molds, and therefore because of that, this is one of the figures I'm most excited for, as it's always great to see more Cantina aliens added to the line. But what's even better than that is getting more Separatist droids, and it's officially confirmed that we will be seeing new Separatist droids in the near future, which is truly amazing because we have been needing more than just the standard B1 for ages now, and it seems like Hasbro has actually been listening to our wants, because the B2 Super Battledroid has been one of the most requested figures for a long time now, and to finally have a release on the horizon is really exciting. Especially since all the latest droids Hasbro has produced have all been super good. Therefore I'm expecting big things from this one. However, I'm not thrilled about the fact its first release will be in a 2-pack with C-3PO with a battle droid body. In fact, it's a fairly idiotic pairing, because surely it makes sense to do a battle droid with C-3PO's head and then C-3PO with a battle droid's head. Like, that makes all the sense in the world, but I guess Hasbro is just trying to capitalise on this incredibly hyped up figure and milking it for everything it's worth, which is a little bit scummy considering we now have to wait a while to actually army build them efficiently. But in the end, I'm just happy we're finally getting a B2 Super Battledroid. We may have to wait a while for the solo release though, but it should be in the Attack of the Clones lineup. However, things do get better because joining the B2 Battledroid will be the Destroyer Droid or Droidica. Again, another long awaited Separatist droid that will hopefully live up to the hype. Yet I do see this one being a deluxe figure that is going to cost a small fortune, as these droids do have an incredibly detailed and complex design, and as Hasbro also incorporates their transformation into the articulation and adds their force field too, it will only worsen the impacts this figure will have on our wallets. However, these would be such amazing features that would make this Black Series Droidica truly phenomenal. So again, I can't wait to see how this one turns out. But to end things off, we have two newer pipeline reveals to go over, with the first one being a Phase 1 Clone Trooper that will be exclusive to Fan Channel, and I'm not quite sure what the deal with this one is, as it's rumoured to just be a standard white clone, so I'm guessing it's just going to be a re-release of the Attack of the Clones one from 2020. However, given it is exclusive, it would have been nice to see some coloured markings, as it does feel weird to have a standard troop as an exclusive. However, there is the possibility that this could be an entirely new figure with the new clone body, which would make this release a lot more exciting and desirable. And now we're on to our last pipeline figure, and it's actually the Mandalorian Night Owl, who is just a background Mando from the 3rd season. So I'm expecting this one to just reuse that new Mando body, but include the green and orange armour, and maybe a new helmet too. And this guy is going to be exclusive to Target and Fan Channel, and I'm expecting it's going to be nothing too special, but hey, it's another Mandalorian that isn't Paz Vizsla or Din Djarin, so he would be a perfect fit to any Mandalorian army. And just like all the other figures I've talked about today, it should release sometime in 2024. But that about does it for all the current pipeline figures for the Black Series. Let me know down below in the comments which ones you're looking forward to, and as always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.